If you want your home to function a little better without having to spend these large amounts of time trying to get it to a place of, okay, now we're at ground zero, now we're at a good starting place, doing something like this with me would be great for you. Hello, it's Danielle. Welcome to my channel. This is Hogan Life, where we talk about everything mom related. We are talking about the FLYLADY system. I'm super excited about this. I'm in my comfies because it is like 9:30 or 10 at night, but really I have to find the quiet where I can find the quiet, and sometimes my house is just super loud. Today was one of those days. Loud house, loud life. I love it. I mostly love it. If you can relate with any of these next three statements, then you need to keep watching. My weekend is booked. I have a date with 7 or 8 loads of laundry. Your grandparents are coming this weekend, and we are canceling all school, all fun for the next 3 days, and we are going to clean behind the toilets, which we have not done since, I don't know, the last time they came. I want my kids to learn how to do things like get rid of stuff they don't need or use anymore. Pick up after themselves. I realized those were not single sentences. I just did a video where I started the FLYLADY routine with my family. So not just myself and my husband, but with my kids. And I am tailor making it so that it works for us. I'm not adding everything in right away because, like I said in my last video, my head would explode, or my husband's head would for certain explode. I'm going to link that video up here. Please check it out. So we have been establishing our routines for 2 weeks. We have a morning routine and an evening routine. I have a little afternoon routine in there, but as far as my kids and my husband, I have very simple things on their pages. With my husband, I merely asked, babe, would you be willing to commit to just a couple things in the evening? And he said, of course, yes, because he's a super great guy. And this is like a top tip. There's something to getting your husband involved in your mom antics that make your kids a lot more motivated and on board with what you're trying to pull off. So we established as part of our evening routine a 15-minute whole house cleanup. That means that we're all on board cleaning up the kitchen, dining room, and our living room. So now we have established that routine. The kids are getting better at it. I mean, they still need a lot of direction. And my husband's like, where do you want me? What do you want me to do? Now, the zones. FLYLADY has her zones in a zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the beginning of the month starts, let's say, on a Thursday, so the first of the month is a Thursday, you have the rest of that week in zone 1, because once it goes to the next week, you are in zone 2. So you can see how the first zone and the 5th zone are going to get less than a week. That being said, I'm going to make sure that the zones that we spend the most time in, or rather I want to spend the most time working on, are in the middle of the month. Zone 2, 3, and 4. Zone 1 is the entrance, front porch, dining room. Zone 2 is the kitchen. Zone 3 is the main bathroom and the extra room. Zone 4 is the master bedroom, the bath, and the closet. Zone 5 is the living room, den, TV room. If the month ends, say, on Tuesday, you only have that first part of the week to work in zone 5. I'm going to make my zone 5 not the living room, den area, because our living room, family room, is the room we spend the most time in. It's the room where the doors are always left open in, so we have a lot of dust coming in. It's where the dogs run through. I want to spend a little bit more time per month making sure that that room is getting a little bit more of a deep clean. So I'm actually going to switch the master bedroom with the living room. The master bedroom is going to become the 5th zone, and my living room area is going to become the 4th zone. Usually you want to declutter before you try to do more of a deep cleaning because, like FLYLADY says, you cannot clean clutter. That's true. However, I feel like mom life is a life where you're kind of just always trying to keep your head above water. You're trying to cope with everything that life throws at you, all the unexpected things that happen when your kids are young and do unexpected things, and life is just a little bit crazy. I am hoping that even in the inefficiency of having children try and work on an area with you, there will be more done than if I was doing it by myself. My goal is to continue to develop habits for myself that work towards a cleaner home, but not just that. I want to continue developing habits in my children. Now, everyone has a different family dynamic. So my oldest is a girl. She's super helpful and super likely to see things that need to be done. Then I have 5 boys.
Wow.
You set a timer, you have enough self-discipline to do it, and enough self-discipline to stop when the timer beeps. Especially is this important if you are doing this with your kids, because they need to feel like there is an end in sight. Like, mama's not going to get so gung-ho that she's going to be like, let's do another 15 minutes. If you go on our website, your mind might explode. It is a lot. She has systems for everything, and it's a tiny bit, or large. It's a little overwhelming. But her app is super convenient because you can go on there and it has a kind of comprehensive list with each zone of what kind of deep cleaning things could be done in that zone. Now, this is the beauty. You look on her site and it has a list. You do whatever you can do for those 15 minutes and you check them off as you go. Maybe you get 3 or 4 things done. The next day, you pick up that list again and you do the next 3 or 4, because once you get through that week, you're not going to be deep cleaning in that zone again for another month. If it's the kitchen, you're doing things like cleaning all the cupboards, wiping them down, where your smoothie dripped down and different things that you just didn't ever clean up. I am also going to add an additional room in those zones. My kitchen is right next to my dining room, like most. If we are in zone 2, which is the kitchen, we have 9 people in my house. If 6 of us are working on our 15 minutes in that zone, the kitchen is too small. But if we just kind of spread out into the dining room and I include it in the zone, they can work on some of the deeper cleaning in that area and not get underfoot. Guys, we're going to see how this works. This is my first week working on zones, and you guys are here for the experiment. Remember, you are probably not going to get to everything on that list in that 1 week of working in that zone. You just push it to the next month. The beauty is in the sustainability. I do have rooms that have a lot more clutter than some of my main rooms. So either I'm decluttering or I'm cleaning in that zone, but I'm not going to do it more than 15 minutes. Remember to work with a timer. Timers are like my best friend. My kids even love timers because it gives them hope. When that timer beeps, we're done with our task. Anyone can do anything for 15 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I hope that you like this video. Please subscribe. We are going to do more FlyLady content for sure, because I am super excited about what we are doing as a family. I already feel that camaraderie going on. We're on a mission. We're a family. We're going to get a cleaner house. Wahoo! Rah, rah, rah. All of our life is not about our Disneyland moments. It's about our everyday moments when we're together. All right? I'll see you next time.